no change whatsoever.
So how many criminals have been released?
Well, there's been no change whatsoever. Impediments.
The Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese, has denied claims today of a cover-up after refusing to reveal if more convicted criminals have been released from immigration detention over the summer. Take a listen.
There's been absolutely no change in any of the policy and the information that was given under the former government when Peter Dutton was the Minister for Home Affairs. No change whatsoever.
So how many criminals have been released?
Well, there's been no change whatsoever when
Sorry, that's not the question. The question is how many?
Well, the Federal Department provide the information at the appropriate time in the same way that they always have.
Sorry, that's not the question. The question is how many? So how many criminals have been released?
The truth is that...
I do need you to understand.
So how many criminals have been released?
Your question is an absurd one.
So how many criminals have been released?
Do not interrupt.
So how many criminals have been released?
I would say that there is no one in the Parliament who has closer credentials and more friends in senior members of the business community than myself on either side of politics.
So how many criminals have been released?
Our priority will be to provide cost of living relief whilst taking pressure off inflation.
So how many criminals have been released?
Our government will continue to listen to people.
So how many criminals have been released?
I'm comfortable in a boardroom and I'm comfortable in a pub.
So how many criminals have been released?
We'll see further advances in that this year, as we saw at the end of 2023.
So how many criminals have been released?
I am who I am. I'm a working class lad from my background. I've been shaped by it. I'm someone who I believe is very much in touch with mainstream Australia.
So how many criminals have been released?
We are talking about a $1 a week increase for people who earn $20.33 an hour. I kept that lucky $1 coin in my pocket, Mr. Speaker.
So how many criminals have been released?
Tick tock, tick tock. The clock's ticking, nothing's happened.
So how many criminals have been released?
Here's Johnny.
Australians are really doing it tough, and we need a better government.
The dude sounds like a broken record today. There's no change anywhere if you listen to the Prime Minister. Again, why can't he just answer the question?
That was an embarrassing performance this morning from the Prime Minister. Either he doesn't know or he thinks the Australian people are so stupid that he'll get away with answers like that. The truth is there has been a change. In December, Border Force was publishing a weekly report on the number of detainees released into the community, and now they've stopped doing so and say they will publish it with another unrelated report on a monthly basis well after the fact. And the Prime Minister wasn't able to answer basic, straightforward questions about this. He's got his Home Affairs Minister on extended leave. He's got his Immigration Minister who's acting as the Home Affairs Minister, but apparently in witness protection because he hasn't been doing any media or answering any questions or doing any press conferences about this. This is a total shambles and a cover-up, and it's obvious why. The government is embarrassed by its own failures. It's been unwilling and unprepared to deal with these issues. It hasn't even used, as far as we can tell, the preventative detention scheme that the Parliament rushed through by Christmas to protect the community, to get the most hardened criminals off the streets. It's time the Minister came back from the holidays, got their feet behind the desk, made applications to the court to get these dangerous criminals out of the community and to protect us.
So how many criminals have been released? Can we have order, please? Can we have a bit of order? I intend to run an orderly government and it starts here, so behave.
The dude sounds like a broken record.
That's my style. I hope you've noticed that.